Hello and welcome back to iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. This is UNCUT Civilization VI. In our last episode, we started a war with China, and today we're gonna finish it. So let's just get right into the action. There's not too much to say other than the redcoats have arrived. Okay, people, we are back in action. We are still at war with China. We are picking up exactly where we left off, ready to hit that next turn button. We're sieging Beijing. We are bringing down their massive skyscrapers because we are after the knitter. We need it, we want it, and we're gonna have it. We just gotta keep pushing. We gotta keep pushing. The siege is going decently well. But the plan for the moment is to get the city surrounded so it can no longer heal, and then we'll take it out as quickly as possible. So let's get into it. Actually, you know, before we get into it, there's something I just noticed is that our people are not very happy right now in Sheffield. We have -3 amenities, so in the coming turns we're gonna have to do some stuff to fix that. But I've got an idea, so just stay tuned for that, and we'll see what happens. So let's go on to the next turn and get this party started. Oh man, but you know, all things considered, though, the war is going decently well. I thought it was gonna go way worse than it was, but you know, I mean, when you consider the fact that everyone in the world, except for my new girlfriend Gorgo, has denounced me, then, you know, maybe it's not such a good thing. But, you know, at least I got one friend. Well, and for some reason, Trajan, I believe. Yeah, Trajan hasn't denounced me yet either. I think we were friends at one point, but he's gone back down to neutral. So he's like, this guy's kind of fighting a lot. I don't think I want to be a part of that. So, you know, but we'll see. Of course, I might actually be remembering that wrong. I've played so many different games of Civ that it's starting to blur together a little bit, but it is what it is. You know what, though? This is actually the best game of Civ that I've ever played. Because I play a decent amount of Civ. You know, I don't have like my 300 hours yet, but I play a decent amount of Civ. And most of the time it doesn't go well. I won't lie to you. It actually goes pretty bad most of the time. And I end up making a lot of bad decisions. But because I'm actually sitting through it and talking through all my decisions, it's going a lot better. So, you know, sometimes slow and steady wins the race. And I keep thinking Gorgo's units are my units because they're almost the same color. And I actually thought this cavalry was going to die. If you made a bet that this cavalry was going to get dookie blasted by the city, then you are wrong. It did not die. Pillage that shit. There we go. And we're gonna... I don't think we need to promote this guy. Huh? Let's see what we can do. Alright, so we actually do have the city surrounded right now. You don't need it surrounded on all sides. It looks like 4 out of 6 sides need to be surrounded on the city. Maybe. If anybody can confirm that, feel free. But we got this bitch surrounded, and we about to take it for real. We're going to knock out the walls with the redcoat. Pat, pat, pat. And then our second redcoat is going to come in hot. I think he'll get a promotion on his next attack, which is going to be valuable because that'll keep him healed up. Oh, he's going to get it now. Now we can almost take it this turn, but I'm gonna do the safe play and promote him with Tortoise, just so he'll be topped off for the next encounter. Then we gotta. Oh, I can still move after pillaging this. Get in there, buddy. Beijing is almost ours, and then we will swiftly move on to Chengdu as soon as it's done. And this scout, I kind of don't even want to deal with this scout, so I'm just going to fortify and heal him, let him do his thing while I do mine. But yeah, man. I guess I'll talk about what happened last week. I ate too much last week. All last week. All I've been doing last week is eating. I spent 99% of last week eating, and I'll tell you why. There's this thing. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's called It's called a brownie cake. All right, now you're probably thinking to yourself, what the hell is a brownie cake? Well, it's a brownie that's been made in the shape of a cake. So it's a round brownie, and I have one of those, and it's very large, and I've been eating it every single day for the past 4 or 5 days. It's ridiculous. But more ridiculous than that is the fact that we just took down Beijing. Give me that. Boom. Look at that. We've expanded the hell out of our borders, and the unveiling of a new museum is drawing people to the arts. Perhaps dance and opera are next. Look at that. So in capturing this city of Beijing, they had a museum in their theater square district, and we got that. So that's a little bit, that's messed up, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? It is what it is. So I do realize that we still need to make some changes as far as our amenities go, because we are definitely, I don't want barbarians to start spawning in my cities. So we're going to have to deal with that in a moment, but not just yet, not just yet. I got a special trick up my sleeve that I think is going to work out pretty well. Now, and we're going to start it right now, I suppose. I'm going to start production on a scout in UNCUT, and I guess I could leave this crossbowman here, because I have 3 on the front lines already. So I'm going to leave that crossbowman there. I'm just going to fortify him. And then from this city, I'm actually going to start work on an entertainment complex, because I don't have one. And that is part of the reason that my amenities are so low. I don't have a single entertainment complex anywhere. Alright. And I guess we can get to work on repairing stuff. Okay, so, you know, I think we can do it. I think we can actually take all of his territories at this point. But I don't think we're going to take all of them. And the reason why is because that seems excessive. I don't feel like I need to knock China out of the game completely, but I need to teach him a lesson. A lesson that you don't mess with Great Britain in the ancient times, because we will hold a grudge forever. So let's try and get our frigate a little bit closer to the city, and then we actually give it the promotion Bombardment to give it 7 combat strength versus district defenses. So yeah, man, I've been eating freaking brownie cake. Like, to be fair, it's not really a cake. It's just a circular brownie, and I feel like just because something is in the shape of a cake doesn't mean you can call it a cake. I mean, we do that with pancakes, right? Because it's a pancake is basic. A pancake is an adult's way of eating cake for breakfast. But you know, if you make an egg in a frying pan, if you fry an egg and it's in the shape of a circle, do you call it an egg cake? No. So this brownie cake is essentially just a circular brownie. But I've been eating it, so much of it, and I feel bad. Because I'm usually decently healthy. What is this? Oh, this is my ironclad. I forgot all about this. But it is a melee vessel, so I won't be able to use it to actually siege any city stuff. But I can use it to BM, to just be kind of rude to this to this settler, because it's being escorted by some horsemen who apparently can fight on the ocean, but not very well. This is ridiculous. I mean, I guess technically we're on the shores, but fuck it, it's mine now. That was rude as hell. But it's his own fault for leaving his units exposed. And I think what we're actually going to do is we're going to sail that new settler all the way over to to our new city of Mare Wist, and then they're gonna plop down a new settlement over here. Oh man, that was fun. I wasn't expecting that. And I think we're just gonna, yeah, we're gonna leave that builder sleeping because it's not. There's no improvements that I really need to make on Mirrorwist. What's going on? Actions are happening. Oh, here it is. Oof, I'm starting to get attacked by Chengdus. Things are getting rough. But yeah, you know, I try to be decently healthy. You know, I don't eat too crazy all the time. There's a plane like right outside. Jeez. All right, not taking too much damage. They're the barbarians with their wooden caravel is not nearly strong enough to compete with our ironclad vessel. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So, you know, I eat generally healthy. You know, I eat vegetables sometimes. I don't eat too many fatty foods, all that good stuff. I'm a normal guy, right? My diet's not bad. It's not great, but I'll tell you a funny story. I'll try and keep it as not vulgar as possible, because it was a vulgar story. I'll tell the full story. Who cares? I still do freelance photography. I was doing freelance photography this one time, and I ended up walking back to the subway station with the guys I was photographing. So, you know, it was just a bunch of guys, and we just start talking about miscellaneous things. And of course, like every conversation between men, we start talking about sex and women and all that stuff. But the guy that I was talking to, he went next level with it. He went next level. Let's repair that granary. So he told me about his personal philosophy for life, and it was a bit strange. I'm not gonna lie to you. So his philosophy is don't work out, fuck vegetables, smash pussy every day. That is his philosophy, and you know, it's it's a little bit extreme. It makes me laugh because that's a concept straight out of the Jersey Shore or something ridiculous like that. But you know, I'm glad that I can say that my diet and my lifestyle isn't that ridiculous, right? Because that's asinine. You can't go through life like that. I mean, this guy was in his mid 30s. At that point, you gotta at least start adding vegetables, right? When you're in your mid 30s, I feel like you gotta start eating your vegetables a little bit more, right? I'm in my mid 20s right now, so I don't eat as many vegetables as I need to, or as I should rather. But you know, I do eat them. But by the time I'm 30, I'm gonna start eating a little bit more broccoli and cauliflower. You know what I'm saying? But I don't, you know. So I have a relatively healthy lifestyle. It's comfortable. It's average. But this guy was next level. And essentially this week, though, I've been sacrificing all of my healthy eating for brownie cake. And that is the fun little story I'm going to tell for the day. And we're going to end it there. But I suppose my recommendation to you is if you need advice on how to live, which I don't necessarily think you do, but in case you do need a little bit of advice on how to live, if you're going to have vices, don't have 3, right? Just have one vice. One vice is enough. I have multiple, but if I can, I'll cut it down to 1. Don't work out. Fuck vegetables. Smash pussy every day. You think that's a joke, but that's verbatim what he said. I'm done. I'm sorry. I just think it's funny.
A common mistake that people make when trying to design something completely foolproof is to underestimate the ingenuity of complete fools.
And Douglas Adams giving us a pretty cool quote. Okay, so now that we have the ability to change our policies without spending a ridiculous amount of gold, we're going to switch over our military policy from the increased production for units to retainers, which means when we have a garrisoned unit, we're going to get an extra amenity. And then we're also going to switch over to liberalism, +1 amenity to all cities with at least 2 specialty districts. I'm actually not sure what constitutes a specialty district. I mean, is that just a basic campus, or does it have to be an amphitheater or whatever, you know? So we'll find out soon enough. But we're going to switch that off with the free market, just because I don't have the yields that I'm getting from my commercial hubs are fine, but they're not great. Let's see how much that drops down my finances, though. Well, my finances in the end went up because I do have more amenities now because of the garrisoned units. As you can see, Angel City is no longer freaking out. And I think Leeds was okay. Leeds is still down on amenities, so we're gonna go ahead and purchase a scout just so we can garrison it to get that extra 1 amenity. So Leeds will be comfortable. They're not gonna be happy, but they'll be all right. And we have a great scientist, triggers the Eureka moment for computers and 1 random technology in the modern era. That's Alan Turing. It would be really cool if Bill Gates was one of the great persons. And I don't know where that great scientist went because this game is ridiculous and it didn't put it in my immediate field of view. So let's find him. Oh, here he is. No. No, here he is not. No. Here he is. Found him. We're just going to straight up activate Alan Turing immediately. There's no reason to save on him. So we got steel and computers. All right. And repair one more thing, the watermill, and then we'll use this builder to go ahead and repair that farm. We'll just fortify that guy. And the siege is about to begin, though. It's about to get very serious. We're going to move this redcoat into position here so we can get the battering ram online. Boom. Battering ram is in position. The walls are about to come down. Beautiful, beautiful things are happening right now. There is a part of me that wishes I had 2 frigates, which was my original plan. But it's not looking like I'm going to need double frigate to actually take the city. So, all in all, things are going to work out. My crossbowmen are having very little effect, though, on the city. But they are getting a little bit of extra damage that will possibly sway things in our favor. And, geez, the cavalry is here. Cheers, love, the cavalry's here. Anybody wish there was a male version of Tracer? I think it'd be kind of cool. Oh, man, I think we're going to take it on this turn. Ladies and gentlemen, the Great Knitter War is over. We're going to keep the city. We did it. Holy shit. I didn't think this was going to work so well. Look at our empire right now. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cities, 8 cities, and we're about to have 9. This is ridiculous. It was never meant to be like this. But, you know, it's just because screw China, I'm going to go ahead and pillage his crabs. Oh, I don't get gold from that. I just get HP. Well, either way. Either way. Let's, I'm going to set sail with my new settler. No. Is it? Yeah, okay. I'm just going to tell it to go this way. And in a bunch of turns, that's going to be in position. But, guys, we did it. We came in, we knew what we wanted, and we took it. We took Chengdu. We took Beijing. First of all, why does Chengdu only have a population of 2? China was not making full use of this property anyway, so I think it's for the better that we took it. And he's got access to double crab and knitter, and he wasn't making use of it. So this land is very ripe, and we are definitely going to exploit the hell out of it. It's got +5 amenities right now, which seems, well, that's probably because we have a lot of amenities. but nobody's here to use them. So these guys got diamonds and coffee and everything, but nobody's there to drink it. But I think we're going to wrap it up for today because that was just perfect. And I'm really happy. So, of course, if you have a name for Beijing or Chengdu that you would like to see for these two cities, feel free to drop it in the comments. And as always, don't work out, fuck vegetables, smash pussy every day. All right, so there we go. We're going to go to the question of the day. Okay, since we talked a little bit about vices and, interesting lifestyle choices, today's question of the day: have you ever played a game that your friends don't think is cool? I remember back when I was in high school, I bought this game called Phantasy Star Universe instead of some other popular game that everybody else was playing. So everybody was like, yo, Rob, what are you doing, man? Why are you playing that crappy game instead of Gears of War or whatever was the main thing to do at the time? So have you ever played a game that your friends didn't think was cool? And let me know in the comments below what that game was and why you decided to play it over what was more popular in your friend circle at the time. So as always, the name of the game is Civilization VI. The name of the channel is iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.